Susie, you've obviously got things that you might like to say, but I'll ask the questions and you can either ignore them or you can answer them and then add what you want to say, because you might think, well, that's a stupid question, I don't want to answer that question. You might. I mean, if you know me, that's how I think. So can I ask, what was it about the program or the course that made you think I would like to be a part of that? What was it that thought, yeah, this is for me?
It was actually at a time, I've followed you for a while and we've known each other for a while now, but a couple of years ago, I went through a bit of a health crisis. So in the last year, I've really been trying to work out who I am and why am I here type thing, because I come through that and I'm still here. When the course came up, it was about me redefining my life. During your course, the reason I did that, it was, I guess I was wanting to try and work out who I was, to be honest, in this new way that now I'm working forward. So it was all a part of my unraveling, trying to work out, well, who am I anyway? What am I offering the world? And how will I now walk? Because I knew from my health crisis the year before that I couldn't do that same path. I wrote about this on our Facebook group because it would just spun me out big time, because one of the first things is we had to do the spread, like the card spread of our life, and every time I was turning a card over, I was going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, like, because it just spoke to me, it was so clear. And I took a picture of that spread and I'll keep that, but I put that on our group as well, because it was like, so yeah, so the reason I started was really I was going through the whole process. So it wasn't so much for me about work. To me, I wasn't really looking about how am I going to use this to put into my work or into my life, because I didn't really still know what that was going to be or look like. That was like too big of a picture for me. So really when I started, it was really about my own therapy, if you like, my own healing, because I heard you talking about money before. It's like we spend thousands of dollars on therapists and going to retreats or weekend courses and all that type of stuff. So it was like, it was about, this is my journey that I can also come out on the other side with a tool, or tools, as it turns out. And I say this to a lot of people, it's not just one of those shamanic weekend get a certificate and be a shaman type course, because it's just not. So I think that people coming in and doing this course, for me, or the way that I knew it, was because it would come from complete integrity and complete, like any shamanic work, because I have sat with different medicine people around the world, so it's like, for me, it's about to walk in that integrity. You've got to unwrap yourself. So it was all that process, so then I can rebuild, really. That's why I got involved in it.
Well, that's beautiful, because one of the things that I've discovered in my own healing journey is you've got to get out of your own way.
Yeah.
And this course is designed to almost trick you into thinking differently. Like we have to get to that point where we see truth for what it is and not be afraid to acknowledge it. And that's what the course, that's where it's all about, remembering, because you know what's right. You know what's right for you, and you know where you need to be.
And the whole thing about getting to know yourself and unraveling yourself, like we have to know that sometimes that's not pretty, and that's a bit painful. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about it. No, it's not. But you know what the best thing is? I can get onto our group page, our private group page. I can do a live. I can sit on there and talk and cry and yell. I can swear at you. I can do all that type of stuff, like, remember the time about the eel? I said, I don't want to be an eel. That's disgusting. I had this whole process. It's like, yeah, is that what I've got to do? Like, but that was like, to have that place to go to. And it's not you, because I've got all of those other people, because they're all teachers as well. I believe everyone's a teacher. And as you said, we're remembering. So to be able to have that, to be surrounded by teachers that can all give their support and input of that moment, like, that's pretty special, hey? We do go. I heard Di say, you're going a bit flippant. I was like, yeah, this is a course. I'll just like get through it and get it done and get it completed. Like that's the goal. Just let me tick it off, all the assessments and everything. And I learned very quickly, and I had this conversation with you too. It's like, I got really confronted with that, actually. I got confronted with the amount, not for any other reason that I think that in my earlier days, I come from a dyslexic type background, because literacy has always been an issue for me. My daughter still yells at me if I put a post up in my work and it's not grammatically correct. She said, Mum, please read, check, because I don't have that as a high skill set. But the other thing is the overwhelm of the dyslexia, but it was also because I was sick. I think I have a bit of my brain still coming back. But that was a little overwhelming, like the content. And I just wanted to bring that up because I want people, and I was that person. I did want to get to the end, not to complete, but I need, like, the way I learn is that I read the last chapter first.
Yeah.
And then I go back to the beginning. I have to, it's sort of how my brain works. It like puts it on that train track or something. So I couldn't do that. So that actually was, and that was sort of a bit tricky for me, to be honest, because it was like that moment of realizing, oh shit, like this is like real proper, because I work with the Aboriginal woman with their stuff, and it's like, this is like proper business. Like this might be online, this might be whatever, but this is like you're sending me out on a vision quest every week to go do this work. And it's like, you know what? And I tell the story about this, and I did this in things like there was the pressure about the dream catcher. I was like, fuck, I went and got stuff to make it, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't make this dream catcher. And I had everything there running around, blah, 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 thinking, oh my God, I've got to get this in. I've got to do this dream catcher. I went away on a weekend with the other stuff that I was doing, and I was on country, and all weekend I saw nothing but friggin' spider webs. No spiders, but spider webs. And it was so conscious in my brain about that I'd been struggling to make the dream catcher, and to in prana, to actually remember what it's actually about, not just getting a dream catcher done. This is a different level of the work we're doing, right?
You're making me tear up inside. I feel my heart is pounding, because this is exactly, this is what I was hoping you would find. Yeah.
Yeah. So then it's like I was surrounded by these spider webs all weekend. I'd run into them. I'd see them. I could not get home quick enough to get onto my dream catcher. I couldn't get home quick enough. And it's like, oh my God, I've got to make this. I put all my work aside. I was making my dream catcher become the priority. And then I broke the string. And then it was like, oh shit, we're supposed to start again. And then it was like, no, I'm not.
I never said you got to start again. Nowhere in those
instructions. I know, but in my head I did.
Yeah,
in my head I did, because I thought that it wasn't one life and the whole story around it. And I actually did a beautiful knot in that. And I guess even now that I'm even saying this to you, I think I did prayer on that, because that was the time that I changed my life, because it was nearer to the center, as it was there. And I was like, which is more recent for me. It's like, yeah, right. So I actually did prayer on that, because that was where I changed my life. It's about my consciousness and my awareness and it's my confidence now. And I shared this with you, but to share with everyone, like my confidence to follow my intuition. So I woke up one morning about, I needed to go and mix oils, and I've never worked with Egyptian oils. I know basic oils, but not Egyptian oils. And I had this really clear indication this morning that I had to go to this place. I knew they did Egyptian oils to make a blend. And I had the confidence, and I think it's come from all of these, making essences and all the things I've been making, smudge sticks. But learning that it's not just about making these things either. There's a story behind each of that. There's a protocol and proper way that gives them
craft workshop. I don't teach craft.
No, it's not going to Spotlight and doing your craft shop. That's exactly right. This is like medicine tools. Yeah. So to have that understanding, and I went to this and I made my own oil blend, that ended up being called Forever Moments. But it's just like this, And when people took it, because I couldn't believe that I was doing this, right? Being like having to test it out.
Yeah.
So getting people to smell it and feel it in their body and and they all come back with the same word. So I knew that it had done its job. So it's given me the confidence to act on my intuition, to use the medicine tools as they need to be used and know that they're going to come from within me. So that's what it's given me. Yeah. Enjoy the course, everyone. You'll love it, love it, love it, love it. Enjoy it, embrace it, grow with it. See ya.
See you later, Susie. Bye.
See ya.
Thank you. Unbelievable.